Attends.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
It's
So
recorded.
it's recording. So hello everyone. Welcome to our first masterclass about Italy. Welcome to the first session of a long series of destination masterclasses organized by Worldia. There will be few destination masterclasses from December to next February to prepare the next season together. Thank you to be here. We are very excited to speak about our beloved country. I am Clémence, the South Eastern Europe product manager here in Worldia, and I am accompanied by my colleague Luigi.
Everyone.
So Luigi is travel advisor specialist and soprattutto
I'm Italian.
Italian. We will speak about a quick overview of the destination, the must-see regions and city, itineraries and experience you can miss, and after that, how to use the platform. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the wonders of Italy. Imagine strolling through the narrow streets of Rome, enjoying a slice of authentic Napolitan pizza at a local trattoria, or sipping a refreshing limoncello on a terrace in Ravello, watching the sunset. This is not poetry, this is Italy, where art, culture, food, and beauty come together in perfect harmony, and where life moves at its own pace, embracing the relaxed charm of the Dolce Vita, a way of living that feels effortless and full of joy. It's really easy to feel happy in Italy. It's simple to be amazed by the streets, the sea or lake view. It's also simplest to like dishes in Italy, and you will have a quick look of all of that beautiful things during this masterclass. About the general overview of the country, Italy is a country located in the southeastern Europe, as you can see on this map, and it borders with France, Switzerland, Austria, and Slovenia. Italy is shaped like a boot stretching into the Mediterranean Sea. It has mountains on the north, the Alps, just here, and there is also mountains until the extreme south, named the Apennine. It has also beautiful coastlines on the Adriatic, Tyrrhenian, and Ionian seas, and certainly the most beautiful beach of Europe in its two islands, Sardinia and Sicily. Historically, Italy is famous for being the heart of the Roman Empire. After Rome fell, the country split into different city-states, republics, and kingdoms, each leaving its marks on Italy's rich history, tradition, art, and architecture. This is why Italy is the country with the most UNESCO World Heritage sites. There is, I think, 58 or maybe 60 sites on the country. Today, Italy is a unified country, founding member of the European Union. About the climate, you should know that there is not just one climate in the country. There is in the northern Italy a continental climate with cold winters and hot, humid summers. There is also snow in the mountains, and there is also rain and storms sometimes in springs and autumn. From Florence here to the extreme south, there is mostly a Mediterranean climate with mild winters and hot, dry summers. About the connections, there is 4 international airports. You will find direct flight from USA, Canada, and also United Kingdom to Rome Fiumicino, so here, and also Milan Malpensa. There is also a direct flight, seasonal direct flights to and from Venice and to and from Naples. When we speak about direct flights, the company are for America, Delta Airline, American and United Airlines, and also JetBlue from New York City. And for Canada, it's Air Canada and also Lufthansa from Montreal to Vancouver. And of course, for United Kingdom, it's most easy because there is British Airways and there is also other low-cost um, uh, airline like EasyJet, Vueling, and Ryanair. And you will find connection also with the second airport like Torino, Genova, Bologna, Pisa, and Florence. Also sometimes Ancona and Bari, Brindisi in the south, and to connect with Sardinia, Olbia, and Cagliari, and to Sicily with Palermo and Catania. About the useful information you should know before departure, which is highly recommended to discuss with your client before. You should know that passport is your client must have valid passport with at least 3 months of validity beyond the planned date of departure. American and UK citizens do not need a visa for short stays up to 90 days. Regarding the health insurance, there is no strict requirement for tourism, but you just check if you have a health insurance before coming. About the time zone, Italy operates on Central European time in winter and Central European summer times in summer. It is the 1 hour ahead of Greenwich GTM. The language is Italian, of course, while many Italians speak English, especially in tourist areas. Learning a few basic Italian phrases like buongiorno or grazie can enhance your experience. Then you should just know that there is euro. The euro is the official currency of Italy. US and UK visitors can use credit and debit cards for most purchases. So the Visa, Mastercard, sometimes American Express. But having cash for smaller purchases is recommended, especially in smaller towns or for tipping in restaurants. Tipping is not mandatory in Italy, but it is appreciated in the restaurants. You also should know that there is a service charge named coperto, is often be included in the bill at the end. And for taxis, rounding up the fare is appreciated too. Just a short memory about opening hours in Italy. The shop will be open on the morning until 1 p.m. because there's the lunch break and the reopening after in the late afternoon sometimes. And for restaurants, lunch it's better at 1 p.m., but sometimes you will find places before for appetizer. And if your client want to have dinner before 7:30, it's early for Italy, but you will find also bar with appetizer if you don't want to suggest too touristic restaurants. Just one word about electricity and plugs. Be sure that your client will have an adapter. Sometimes the hotels have something. And regarding the water, the tap water in Italy is safe to drink. Many cities have public fountains with potable water, especially in places like Rome, so do not hesitate to try them. For Rome, the country and when, um, there is no specific target audience for Italy. The destination is absolutely for everybody, for couples, for family, for a group of friends. It is also LGBT community friendly, culture enthusiasts, food lovers, outdoor adventurers, family looking for a mix of relaxation, fun activities, and cultural experiences. And when plan to go to Italy, I would like to say spring. Spring is ideal for mild weather, fewer crowds, and the beauty of blooming flowers. Is great for exploring cities like Rome, Florence, and Venice because there is less people at this moment. And it's also good to plan trip in Italy in autumn and winter. Autumn is now the new summer season. You should have pleasant weather, and you can have going to the sea until late October in the south. And there is also harvest festivals and traditional festivals in the country. And winter is always a good idea for city trips because there is less people in the museum. And summer, it's also possible to plan a trip in summer, but just have in mind that there's a peak tourist season and also hot temperatures, especially in the south and the most famous city. For example, in Sicily, in August, it's um, very often, it reach 100 Fahrenheit. So just advise your client. Um, Luigi will just speak about Italy in Worldia.
Yeah, so I think everyone knows about Italy, a beautiful country with its own history and culture, art and food. The country is divided into 20 regions, and each region has its own culture. And so from the hills in Tuscany to the coast in Amalfi next to Naples or the mountains in Trentino, I'm sure everyone will find what it's looking for. But what I really found interesting about my country is that every region has its own authenticity and identity. And so I would suggest to the clients traveling to Italy to combine main cities with smallest and most unknown parts like villages all over. And for sure, there are sides of my country that should be visited by car because, especially in more small part of the country or villages, it's kind of complicated to reach them by train. But still, you can travel most of the country by train, and our main services, Trenitalia, has high-speed train which connects the main towns, like for example, from Milan to Rome is only 3 hours. But also you have regional trains which connect different kind of city, also smaller, and so you can enjoy the landscape and see how really it changes from one region to another. And for example, you could even travel from Milan to Sicily and so cross all the country and see how the train fits in the boat to, to, to cross the sea to reach Sicily. So I mean, you have many options, but why not to travel by train? Because it's very interesting and appealing for many reasons.
Thank you. Okay. And now I will introduce you to some cities and regions that you shouldn't miss and that should be part of any travel plan in Italy. You can have a look to the rooftop of Rome, and we will speak about Rome first. So Rome and Lazio. Roma is known as the Eternal City. It is home to iconic landmarks such as the Colosseum or the Vatican City, the seat of the Roman Catholic Church, with its stunning architecture, rich cultural heritage, and vibrant modern life. Rome offers a unique blend of the past and present that continues to captivate visitors from all around the world. If I can just resume the city, it's 3,000 years of history at every street corner. It's an open air museum and crossroad of cultures, a culinary paradise, and a city of fountains, places, and gardens. You should also know something important for 2025 is will take place the Jubilee in Rome. Rome will be major spiritual gathering place during all the year with millions and millions of people coming for pilgrimage. That say that it's possible to travel, of course, to Roma next year, but just advise your client that there is a lot of people, and it's maybe to me the opportunity to discover the city with of the beaten path outside the city and seeing that there is not only the Vatican and the Colosseum in this beautiful capital. But I would like to speak about the must-see monuments because your client will ask for them. Just have in mind that all of these activities, monuments and excursions are available on our platform through a variety of options, including self-guided tours, or small groups experiences or private tour with some offering transfer options if, for example, the activity is outside the city. Um, this is the selection of unmissable monuments when you have only 1 or 2 days planned in Rome. You can find practical tips below on the pictures. Of course, the Colosseum, the most iconic monument in Rome. You will find combined tickets with the Imperial Forum. There is also the Vatican City, of course, with the museum. The Vatican City is a country, and it's not only the museums, it's also the Basilica. Need 1 day to visit. And also think about the Borghese Gallery, was just outside the wall, but near to the center. It's possible to have a taxi to go to the Borghese Gallery and see also the beautiful garden. If you prefer to suggest to your clients more immersive or even exclusive experiences, there are plenty of unique opportunities too. I will show you a few of them. For example, a graded tour of the city center for Riso Roman to see the must-see monuments like the Piazza di Spagna. It's possible to organize Vespa tour or a little car tour, for example, in Trastevere. or also cooking classes of pasta or pizza. And if you would like to suggest something outside the city, if you are spending several days in Rome, for example, of if you want to speak about some places with just outside the city. There is also possibility for tour in Via Appia Antica or Ostia, with or without transfer. It is also possible to plan full day tour in Umbria, for example, to see the beautiful medieval city of Viterbo, Orvieto, or Assisi, and also think about the Villa d'Este and the Adrian Villa at Tivoli for a private or shared tour for a half day or a full day. About the hotel in Rome, you will find in our platform many selection hotel with this logo. I will just show you one hotel by category. If you need a 3-star hotel, a 4-star hotel, or maybe 5-star for some clients, and just a selection of hotel in the center. The Hotel Damaso is a very city center near to the Piazza Navona. The Donna Camilla Savelli is beautiful antique monastery, now hotel in Trastevere. And there is the most famous an iconic hotel in Rome was the Hotel de Russie. Now I would like to speak about Venice. So we are in the north of Italy, as you can see on the map. Roma was in the center, now we are in the north. Venice is the city of love. It's a city, a very special city for me because I live here for a few months of many years ago. Venice is a city built entirely on water. So there is no car. Just have in mind that because it could be surprised, but there is no car in Venice. There are only boats. It's famous for its winding waterways, historic architecture, and romantic atmosphere. Venice is a timeless city of canals where majestic palace and charming bridge line the waterways, creating a unique and romantic atmosphere. That make it one of the most enchanting destinations in the world. Few things about Venice: its timeless architecture and history escape, a city of bridge and boats, a unique city of culture, art, and tradition, and a best place for romance and dream. The must-see monument in Venice, there is a lot of place to visit, but the most iconic are the St. Mark's Basilica. This is a church, so sometimes it's difficult to have skip the line tickets, but if we don't find tickets for the skip the line, it's always possible to make the queue and go inside. It's the same like the Basilica of the Vatican in Roma. We can suggest also the gondola tour because it's iconic too. Think also about the Doge Palace. This is a Palazzo Ducale, the house of the Republic of Venice. It's open every day. You can have time slot and tickets to see other museum in the city. And it is also possible to plan a half-day tour or a full-day tour to the island, so in the laguna around Venice. And you will find Burano with the colorful houses, and Murano was famous for the glass makers. If you prefer to have inspiration for living the Venetian way, we can also offer you some food and wine tour in the Mercato del Rialto, tour in districts who are outside the city center, so not only in San Marco district. And also activity about the glass and mask making, because you should know that in Venice there is every year the carnival. And from Venice, it is also possible to suggest day tour in the region and in the south of Venice, for example, in Emilia-Romagna, with a day tour in Ravenna or in Bologna. Also, it is possible to organize tour to Verona and the Lake Garda. Verona is famous for Shakespeare, thanks to Shakespeare, about Romeo and Juliet, of course. And it is also possible to think about wine and wine tasting tour in the Prosecco Hills. It's at, I think, 1 hour by car to Venice. Regarding our hotel selections, most of the hotel will have a very specific style. As you can see, it's the most of the hotel are in palazzo, so it's difficult to find modern hotel in Venice, but you will have a great selection of 3-star, 4 stars, and 5 stars hotel in the city center, from the Casa Verardo to Hotel Danieli, the most famous hotel in the city. And now I would like to speak about Florence and Tuscany, where the Renaissance comes to life. Florence is a city known for its rich history, art, and culture. As the birthplace of the Renaissance, it features famous landmarks like the Florence Cathedral, the Uffizi Gallery, and the Ponte Vecchio. The city is full of beautiful architecture, museum, and lively squares, also a lot of restaurants. It's located in the heart of Tuscany and offers a mix of history and scenic views of the surrounding countryside. It is a center of art and innovation. It's also a dream for shoppers and art lovers. And you should know that there is 62 museums just in the center. So it's not possible to see all the must-see monuments, but I will just introduce you some most important. First is the Duomo. So it's the Florence iconic cathedral with its monumental dome designed by Brunelleschi, an architect from the Renaissance. Visitors can climb to the top of the Duomo, and with the skip the line ticket, they will also be able to visit inside the Duomo and access to the museum and to the baptistery. On the other side of the river of Florence is the Arno. There is also the Pitti Palace and the Boboli Garden. This is the second residence of the powerful Medici family. It's really stunning to have a half day or maybe full day to see the inside the palazzo and also have a tour in the beautiful gardens. There is also the Uffizi Gallery. It's the most famous art museum with the Louvre in Paris and the Vatican Museum in Rome. It houses an incredible collection of Renaissance masterpieces about Renaissance art. You should know maybe, for example, Botticelli, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, etc. And also there is a church, a very interesting church, Santa Croce, always in the center. Santa Croce is known as the temple of the Italian glories. It is the burial place of famous Italians such as Galileo or Machiavelli, for example. So these are some of the most iconic and essential gems of the city, but it's not possible to see everything. You can also suggest to visit the surrounding hills of Florence for a full day or a half day tour with a charming village and church and panoramic viewpoints of the city. For example, with an Oltrarno tour to discover Piazzale Michelangelo and Semignano al Monte, and also to see the Arno River. There is the Ponte Vecchio. It is also possible to plan wine and food tasting, of course, because we are in Italy, with the market, the Florence market, and also cooking classes. And outside Florence, there is various possibility of day tour from Florence, a full day tour, for example, in Chianti or in Tuscany, with various options. It could be only wine tasting, dinner in the vineyards, or just a cultural tour to see Siena, for example, San Gimignano or Arezzo, and also, for example, Pisa and Lucca, and it is also possible to think about a full day in the Cinque Terre, so it's in the Ligury, during a full day of from Florence. Regarding our hotel selection, there is many hotels in the city center, so it's very easy to just discover the city by walk. Just a few selection of 3, 4, and 5 stars hotel. And now I will speak about Naples and the Amalfi Coast. So now we are in the south of Italy, as you can see on the map. Naples is where history meets the sea. With its lively atmosphere and historic landmarks, Naples is the gateway to some of Italy's most famous sites, including the ancient ruins of Pompeii and the scenic beauty of the Amalfi Coast. The coast itself is a paradise with its winding roads, vibrant coastal towns, and stunning views of the Mediterranean. The must-see highlights this time are not museums or monuments, it's landscapes, little town, and archaeological sites. Pompeii and Herculaneum are one of the most famous city of the Roman Empire. Pompeii was buried by the eruption of the Mount Vesuvius, and Herculaneum is also interesting to discover because it's smaller and often less crowded. It offers a more intimate experience with even fresco and wooden furnitures preserved by the volcanic ash. Regarding the Amalfi coast, you will find beautiful cities like Amalfi and Positano, of course. They are famous for its cliffside village, dramatic coastline, and beautiful view of the sea. In the Bay of Naples, there is also a few islands, remarkable islands like Capri and Ischia. Um, and you also could think about Sorrento. It's a city also in the Bay of Naples. It could be interesting to to find a hotel in Sorrento and not in Naples city center. Um, about inspiration for living the Neapolitan way, there is, of course, cooking classes of pizza and mozzarella. It is possible to plan half and full day boat tour from Naples to the coast and from Naples to the islands. And from Sorrento, it is also possible to suggest full day Amalfi coast tour, or for example, discovering the story about the limoncello. And from Naples, you can also have in mind the beautiful Palace of Caserta with his gardens. Um, you can plan a full day tour to this beautiful place. And of course, Capri, Anna Capri, and the Blue Grotto. It is possible if your client have most time to think about 2 nights, for example, in Capri, after or before. But it's also possible to plan just a full day tour in this beautiful island. And regarding the hotels selection in Campania, so hotels in the center of Naples may not always be the best choice for all the travelers seeking peace and quiet. And but it's a good, very good experience. You should know that Naples is not a dangerous city, not anymore. And however, there are options available for hotels. So I already said in Sorrento, for example, the Palazzo Marziale, with a very beautiful 3-star hotel in the city center. And if a client would like, for example, a hotel with a beautiful sea view, and if they have also budget, there is the beautiful Bellevue Sirene hotel in Sorrento. And then a few words about Sicily.
Got a question.
Sorry.
We've got a question from Michel asking about the Jubilee in Roma.
Yes.
If you can just explain a few words, what is a Jubilee and what do you recommend
Okay.
to travel or not travel to Roma, or
Okay.
how to adapt?
Okay, so it's a very special year because the Jubilee take place only 25 years. The last one was 2000. So during all the year, Catholic of all the world are welcome to come to Roma for a pilgrimage. So we suppose that there will be a lot of people um, from January to December because they want to come for having I don't know how to say that in English, but I don't know. C'est une benediction.
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 Yeah.
So we suppose there will be a lot of pilgrim during all the year, but it's not a reason to not come to Roma. Just have in mind there will be a lot of people, not only in the high season, but there will be the high season all the year. Maybe it will be difficult to find tickets for the museum. Maybe it will be difficult to find availability in some hotels. But if you plan the trip in advance, I suppose that will be okay. It's okay. So let's speak about Sicily. Sicily, this time it's the region, it's not just a city. It's a feast for the senses. Sicily is known for its ancient ruins and the historic cities of Palermo and Catania. The islands offer a journey through centuries of civilization from Greek to Roman and Arab influences. Sicily is also famous for its stunning landscapes, including the Mount Etna. It's the Europe's most active volcano. It's also famous for its cuisine, a delightful fusion of Mediterranean flavors, features fresh seafood, citrus fruits, and traditional dishes like arancini and cannoli, making it a true culinary paradise. It's a unique blend of culture. There is charming villages and coastal towns. It's a there is a lot of vibrant festivals and tradition in all the island during all the year. And it's an agricultural region um, known for, as I already said, fruits and, uh, and kitchen. The must-see highlights in Sicily. So you must think about a trip of a few steps, not only one step and going to see museum and cities in a full day. It's better to plan 2 or 3 steps during this type of travel. First, there is Palermo. Palermo is a very beautiful city offering a mix of ruins, Baroque church, and also Arabic style and beautiful palazzo. So it's interesting to think about one day in Palermo, maybe 2. Agrigento is known as the Valley of the Temple. It's a vast complex of ancient Greek ruins. It features well-preserved temples and structures from the 5th century before Christ, with beautiful views of the surroundings landscape. It is in the center of the island. And there is also the Val di Noto, or the Baroque Sicily, UNESCO World Heritage in the east of the island, where you can find Taormina in the north, Siracusa in the south, and the Etna region, the Etna array. The Mount Etna is it's an active volcano. It's the Europe's highest volcano. You can explore the volcanic crater and the surroundings lush countryside. About the activities in Sicily, there's many things to do. There's always cooking classes or a tour about food and food tasting and wine tasting, like in all the country. It is possible also to think about sports. For example, in the Mount Etna array, there is also a lot of beautiful city to visit. And regarding the hotel selection, few words. In the town, like in Palermo, there is not a lot of modern hotels, but you will find good places with bed and breakfast, little hotels in the center to discover the city by walk. And in the rest of the island, there will be Many traditional Sicilian masserie or agriturismo. In English, it's farmhouse. It's always a family. It's an antique farm, and you will find a place with good food also, local cuisine, and you can plan to have, for example, 2 or 3 nights in one of them, their farmhouse, and discover parts of the Sicily by car. Et voilà. That's it for this presentation of the country. And it's time for my colleague Luigi to speak about the platform and how to use it.
Sure. So I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. Can you see it? Perfect. So I'd like to show you how to use our platform. So you have endless features, but you'll see it's very simple. So for example, so okay, I'm just gonna close this. If I wanna go here, destination, and then I go to Italy, you will see we have a lot of templates that already been made. We have 46 templates. And so a good way to start to plan a trip to Italy could be to choose one of those. So for example, I have Rome, Florence, and Venice here. So I click on the template and I can customize it. For example, I'm going to pick a date randomly in January, how many people, and from which airport I'd like to travel from, if I do want to include flights. So I'm just going to write here New York, confirm, and you will see that the platform will generate an itinerary with the flights from New York, but you can change all the features. So it will just take a few seconds, but using this kind of menu here, you will change the flight once it's created. Of course, we're still checking for prices, but you will be able to change the flight if you'd like, I don't know, a different company or time from departures and so on. And also you will be able to change the hotel. We have many features, so the location, the kind of services included, and so on. So, I mean, you can change the hotel, you can add activities. So here it is, it's confirmed, as I was saying. And you have a trip here that you can customize. So for example, I'd like to add, besides these 3 steps, I'd like to add another step, I don't know, in Verona, for example. So I can just write here and I will have the 4th step with how many nights I wish to add, and I can just add it and confirm. Or for example, I don't know, my clients are staying in Rome, but I would like to visit Pompeii. So I just go here on the date that I need, for example, 21st, add activity, and you will see we have a lot of things that are proposed, so many pages, as you can see. But if I write down here Pompeii, I will have a day trip to Pompeii from Rome with all the description here, and I can just confirm and it will appear. So I can start planning my trip from one of our templates, and I can change different things. Or while I'm creating, I don't know, our clients change this idea, so they don't want to begin the trip on the 19th, but 1 week later. So I can always change the beginning. It's very intuitive, and you have the price here, and of course you can change the currency. I'm just on the international site, but you will see in your own currency. So this is one of the ways to create a trip to Italy and to all the other countries we propose. But let's say that I want to create it from scratch. So I can go here again, Italy, And instead of choosing a template, I just go to create your own trip. And so this time I want to go in February, for example. I have 3 people, and I don't know, I want to see Puglia. Actually, I like Puglia a lot. So let's say that I'm just gonna arrive in Naples, okay, for 2 days. So I added this first step, and then I will go to Puglia. So I'm planning a couple of days to Bari, which is the main town in Puglia, and then I'm gonna thinking about Otranto, so to enjoy the sea, let's say 5 days, and finally stop in Lecce, which is known for the Baroque style. So let's say 3 days. So you can customize as you wish. I confirm that. And as we have seen before, the platform is creating the trip according to my requests. So it will just take a few seconds, and then I will have the hotels that will appear, and I will be able to change them. For example, change accommodation, and you will see how to filter the results. For example, I want to stay only in bed and breakfast, but 5-star hotel, and I really want to have, I don't know, a parking, okay, or mini bars, stuff like that. So you will see how to customize the trip, and we can add the trains. So I just go transportation, and I will see the possibilities to reach the different steps. But let's say that I want to rent a car because I want to stop all over, take pictures, be more independent. So I just go car rental, and I write down Naples airport, for example, and I'm flying back from Bari. So of course I will change the time for pickup, but this is just random now. And I will have the car appearing. So I want to be a bit in the cliche, so I have a Fiat 500. And so I'll say in the airport, Hertz, okay. And I have my car added. And as said before, we can totally change or add stuff. So I don't know, I want a boat tour to Capri, for example. So I can just add here, I want an English speaking guide. So confirm, as you see, it's very, very simple. And you can add multiple items to your trip. So this is the second way to create a trip on our platform. But let's say our clients just want something very simple. So flight, transfer, and hotel. They only want to go to one place, no excursions, nothing else. So we have a third option, which is called fly and stay. So you just go on our main page, sorry, and you have here fly and stay. And so I want to go, for example, from Miami to, I don't know, Rome, let's say. Okay. I'm traveling next month, okay, at the beginning of January, for 1 week, 2 people, including flights, include hotel, and also airport transfers. So I just go search, and you will see I don't have to do anything else except probably changing my hotel if I'm looking for something different. And I'll have the entire trip planned and generated by the platform. So the flights, the transfer.
We are waiting for the.
Okay, it's not still appearing on
No.
your page. Can you see it?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I have the flight, the transfer, the hotel, for example, in Piazza di Spagna, and at the end, the transfer back to the airport and the flight back to the US. As said before, I can always change my flights and the hotel, add activities or add a few more days or less day or the other steps. But still, this is the simplest way to create a trip if the clients want really to fly to the country and stay there and just enjoy and relax. So it should be pretty intuitive, but don't hesitate if you have any questions on how to use our platform. I just cannot see. Could you show price per component? Sure. Okay, so I was here and I need to log in to show that feature. I'm not logged in, but when are you logged on your channel, you will have here advanced options, and you can just cross show prices per component. And doing that on each item, you will have the price per person. So since I'm on the international page but not logged in, I cannot show you that feature, but it will be here. So it's very, very simple. That's it. Do you have any more questions?
Yeah.
On the answer, the question has been answered. So yes, you are in pounds because we are either in the UK or in the US or in Canadian. So it's prepared on your own website in your currency.
Yeah.
So the example is in pounds, but it's also in American dollar and in Canadian
dollars. Yeah, of course.
Is there any other question?
I was just reading what has been written. But yeah, if you know other features, would like to have more information, do not hesitate.
No, there is a new question.
Can one already visit US book holidays for just UK? Yeah, of course. Of course. So even if you're in the US, you can book all over the world. I mean, to the UK, to Asia, it doesn't matter. So you can book without any problem.
You can combine countries.
Yeah, of course you can combine. So let's say that our clients are going to Italy, but then would like to come in France, to Disneyland Paris, for example, or whatever else. So when yeah, I'm still showing you my page. When I go here, management steps, I can add other steps in the country. So for example, Naples. Okay, I'm gonna go there for a couple of nights. But from Naples, then I want to fly to Paris. So I just add another step. Here you are, and I'm gonna stay there an entire week, for example, or London, or go to Asia. Then so you can really personalize, customize as you wish. You just go here and add steps, and it doesn't matter if it's within the country or outside. So I just confirm, and you will see everything will appear on my product. Just the time to create it.
The price shown in the website are selling price, so they include already your commission.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we can go all over the world and come from all over the world.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. And here you are, yeah, for example, the template with Italy and France together.
Okay, 20 seconds.
20 seconds left. Oh.
So it's time to say ciao.
Yeah, thank you everyone for coming, for being there.
Grazie mille.
Grazie.
Thank you very much. And it was really a pleasure to
Meet you
show
virtually.
you. Yes.
Yeah, talk about that. Enjoy your day. Thank
Enjoy
you.
your day.